Welcome everyone, I am the Depressed Eeyore, and this is Dragon Warrior 4. Yeah, we're going old school. So, Dragon Warrior 4 is like the last Dragon Warrior game I ever played. Dragon Warrior 1 was one of the first RPGs I played, and I played 2 and 3 and 4. The only ones I actually beat on my own were 3 and 4. 1 it was nothing but grinding, and 2 is rather difficult. Anyway, let's go ahead and erase a quest, because I don't really need this one anymore. Yep, go ahead and get rid of that. Alright. So, we need to name our character. We will name this character... we will name them... Vera. And we'll make her female. Alright, and of course always go at the fastest speed, because there's no reason to ever go slow. Chapter 1, The Royal Soldiers. This is a story about royal soldiers of a small country called Berland. One of the royal soldiers is you, Ragnar. That's not my name. One morning, the king summons all the soldiers to the castle court. King will speak to you. Listen carefully. And yes, I do know about the black bar on the left-hand side. That's just part of the emulator. I'm using Nestopia, and it's actually just part of the ROM, because I've tried different emulators. It's always going to have that weird bar on the left-hand side. Anyway, everyone at ease. You must have heard the rumor that children have been vanishing recently. Mothers from Ismet village came to me in tears this morning begging for help. As the king of this country, I cannot ignore this problem any longer. Find the cause of these disappearances and report to me. Go, my soldiers. Oh, soldier, please find our children. They're alive, I know it. Alright. So, what's very different about Dragon Warrior 4 compared to the previous 3 is you make a character, but you don't play as that character. Because, as you can see here, this is Ragnar. We are a soldier, and our gender is male. We're level 1, we start with a copper sword, leather armor, and we have no magic. And we have no intelligence, all we have is a lot of strength, and that's about it. Vitality, strength, that's the primary stats. As far as stats are concerned, I think agility affects the turn order, strength affects, just raw damage, vitality affects defense, I think, intelligence is all about magic, and luck is like crits or something like that. As always, I am recording this on Fraps, so there may be some occasional hitching and stuff like that. Shouldn't be too bad in this game. Also, this is on emulator, and I do have a fast forward button, so I can do that. It goes about 4 times speed. Let's go slow, Ragnar. Let's go slow. And if we want to... I am counting on your good work, Ragnar. What about you? What are you waiting for? Go. Go now. So yeah, you can go around and talk to people and all that good stuff. One thing you can do in this game, of course, is actually search objects, such as drawers. Of course, I'm not going to search all of them, but I'm going to search the ones I know about. Medical herb. So there you go, free healing item. Something else, I guess I should go over some of this stuff here. You got talking, status, which just kind of lets you look over stats. You can also look over conditions, such as your attack and defense, and your current HP and MP and stuff like that. You can equip. Door command is just your ability to open doors. In the previous games that actually had doors, the way you would open them was by activating an item, that was either a key or a special type of key. But in this game, you just have to do the door command, and if you have the appropriate key in your inventory, that will be enough to actually open the door. There's also tactics, which right now the only thing we can do with tactics is change our party order, which we only have 1 person. Items, we can look over everything. You can equip quite a bit of stuff, but your equipment does take up inventory slots, so the more gear you have equipped, the less space you have for usable items such as medical herbs or keys. Spells, nothing is for any sort of outdoor spells and stuff like that, and of course we have search, which I've been using. And I don't think there's really anything to talk about here. Oh, Ragnar, I'm researching something. Oh, great. So you're playing as Ragnar, a soldier, and you are just doing the jobs of a standard soldier, or knight, or whatever. But like I mentioned before, you do not play as the character you create. Instead, you go through chapters in this game, and each chapter reveals various characters in various parts of the world with their own specific stories before you finally get to your own. Merlin's king is good-natured and keeps taxes low. Unfortunately, he can't spend much on your equipment. Accumulate gold to buy more powerful weapons and armor. Be sure to equip yourself with them after you buy them. Yep, so we have to buy our own shit. At least they explained it. Anyway, medical herbs, antidotes, fairy water, pretty self-explanatory. Medical is for healing, antidotes for curing poison, and fairy water is probably the only one that's not explained, is what you pour it and it'll reduce your encounter rate. But we kind of want encounters now, because we want, you know, health and stuff. This is armor, we can go buy shit here. Can't afford anything. As you can see, there's less armor for your chest, there are shields, and then there are hats. Those are generally the primary pieces of armor you can get. There are some like accessories, like shoes or armbands and things like that, but those are pretty rare. Want to buy something? If so, go outside and talk to me from across the counter. There's definitely a little bit more movement going on in this game, at least compared to others, but it's still pretty... I mean, we're talking 8-bit here, so... Ragnar, did you know? Some doors aren't locked, they open without a key. So, the reason he mentioned that is because in all previous games, every door in the previous games required a key. I'm Flora, my husband Alex hasn't returned from his last trip. Tell me if you see him. So that's kind of a quest in this game, but there's not much to go for quest. And then there's the House of Healing, which you can come to get cured of poison, get cured of curse, you can revive people that die, and you can get informed, which will tell you how much experience you need for your next level. And in this game, you can actually go here to save. And you can choose to no longer continue a quest, which will pretty much bring you to a black screen that says, okay, it's safe for you to turn off your game now. And that's it. You won't be able... If you go there, you have to essentially reset your console and stuff like that. I think the point of that was because there's, like, you know, some issues with getting, you know, properly shutting down, you know, electronics and things like that. Anyway, we could get pretty much nothing. We have 50 gold, we could buy some herbs, and that's about it. There's also... We have a copper sword already, a club is weaker. There's also a thorn whip and chain sickle. For the most part, the weapons are just kind of standard upgrades. There's nothing too special about them. There are a few that can have like a special ability attached to them, such as the boomerang and things like that. But for the most part, you don't really need... It's all about just picking the highest numbers in this. The game's not that deep as far as strategy is concerned. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and buy a few herbs. Alright, and let's get going. I probably didn't really need to buy those herbs, but I feel safer now. If I do any grinding, it'll be off-screen. This game is not too bad about the grinding. And you can read the signpost that just tells you, report the sightings of suspicious people to the King of Berland. If you go around and talk to people, they'll also mention things like that monsters that used to only come out at night have been coming out in daytime. And for those who haven't been paying attention, our quest is to find some missing children. So the HP of monsters is a little varied. As you probably noticed, it did 7 damage to the one slime and it killed it, but it didn't kill the other one. As for the music, when you're outdoors and in combat, it's different it's based off the character you're playing as. So in this chapter, this is the music we're going to be dealing with. Except for caves. Caves always have the same music. Dive rat and stag beetles, they ambushed me. Ragnar is literally a soldier and a tank, so he can pretty much handle his own. Dive rat's tougher, so I'm killing that first. And in this game, when you get ambushed, it doesn't mean that all of them attack. Sometimes it's only just some of them, which is why only the stag beetle attacked. Dead end over there. Should be close to a level up. There's definitely some random generation as far as the damage is concerned as well, since that rat did 3 and then 1. Yay, we leveled up. Nothing really to show about leveling up in this case, because it's just raw stat increases. We're going to get more strength and vitality and HP, and that's all that matters for Ragnar. As for what I can do during my turn, the only things I can do is attack, run, parry, and item. What parry does is you just defend for that round, you take like half damage, but you won't attack. Now something to note, if you happen to be a character that uses magic, and you happen to be the first character of a party always has the ability to get the run command, but that overlaps a already existing command. So if you're a character that has spells, your parry command will be overlapped by the run command, so you won't be able to actually use it. Let's go ahead and search this. Hey, medical herb. So we got a nice collection of healing items. We are getting kind of beat up here. Let's take a look at our condition. 23 HP. We're down 23 HP. Alright, giant worm and a slime. Kill the slime first. There you go. Damage. There we go. And everything goes green when you're low on health. Alright. And we're back to full. Okay. And you can see one of the knights up there. I was bumping into that wall. This chapter is pretty straightforward. I mean, you play as Ragnar, and there's not really much that you need to worry about for Ragnar, because he's just raw tank, raw damage. I think that's probably why they wanted the first chapter to just be like this. It's definitely a little weird to be playing this game and be like, okay, I made my character, and then next thing you know, you're playing as some just mustached knight guy. Ragnar, I'm on my way to Ismit Village too. One of the things I could have also done is like talk to all the villagers, but I didn't really want to do that. That would just take up a lot of time. And in this game, you don't really need to talk to too many people. At least for especially this first one. In fact, if you know where everything is, you don't even need to talk to anyone. You can just go to where what will lead you to the children. Oh, called for reinforcements. So some monsters can call for reinforcements, which means, of course, more things you have to fight and more, trouble. But they do count towards your experience gain, so you get a lot more, get more reward out of it. And you can see there's a tower there that we can't reach because it's completely surrounded by a moat. And here's our village. If you go here, do not play in the woods. Welcome to Ismit Village. So this is Ismit Village. Here's a item shop. Nothing too special here. And how much money do we have? 143. Not really enough to do anything. I'm a traveling prophetess. I can see the future. A chosen one will soon appear somewhere in this world. I wonder who that will be. Alright, nothing to note here. I can't search these, so let's see. It's been a while since I last played this. When I originally got this game, like when I was, you know, still in elementary school, hey, Malcorp. It actually came with the strategy guide, so kind of had everything in it. I barely beat this game when I played it last, or when I played it as a kid. My wife says Pokos was playing with some funny shoes when he vanished. Some clues. And I believe Pokos is one of the children that's missing. Soldier, please find my child. He vanished like smoke before my eyes. What? You mean before your eyes? Is that in reference to Pokos? And just books. No worries there. But the difficulty in this game is not really through the start of it, it's actually through the, it's when you get to the final stuff. Because it introduces some mechanics I was not used to when I played Dragon Warrior. Anyway, this is a school? No way! And you're probably just gonna say... Wait, stop. Okay. What about you, guy? What do you got to say? Welcome, soldier. I'm teaching now. Perhaps we can talk at night. There is a day-night cycle in this game. You're a soldier, that's great. I'll be a royal soldier someday. And you too can be purple. Don't interrupt, I'm studying. There's a child, Pokos of the inn? He flew away into the sky. And we can't search these, it's just some, don't think there's anything in them. But every medical herb we find saves us 8 gold. Yeah, it's not that much. Hey Ragnar, it's you. You came to this village too? The tower west of here looks suspicious. I wonder how we can get in. We're probably gonna be going to that tower. Man in jail stole some bread. Seems he lost his memory. He acts like a child. He must have been through some ordeal. Nothing special. Oh, there we go. Can I search this one? Sometimes the game likes to be clever and they'll put characters in front of objects that would have items, but you can't get to them until you come back at night or something like that, or find a way to make them move. Doesn't happen too often, but it does happen from time to time. Wow, that was weird. Anyway, weapon store. Essentially, the strongest thing we can get is an iron spear. We'll probably not be getting that anytime soon. And then, of course, the strongest thing you can get here is half-plate armor. The strongest helmet we can get is a wooden hat, it looks like. So we might as well go ahead and get that out of the way. It does take up a inventory slot, though. There, and no shields, and we got some helmets. Anyway, we can go down here. Get me out, sir. I was hungry and took some bread. That's all I did, sob. I think that's everything. I do want to come back here at night, but I might have to wait. Anyway, I'm gonna search here because... Okay, nothing. Alright. So I'm just gonna walk around and wait until night. And Babbles. Babbles are kind of the strongest thing we could probably encounter out here. They can poison, which is super annoying. Wow, we're doing... Ragnar, you're doing great. And we leveled up again, so we're level 3 now. Every little helps. This entire area is isolated. Essentially, it's surrounded by either ocean or mountains. So literally, there's only the kingdom, the village of Ismet, and of course the tower. That's about it in this area. And you won't be able to come back here for a while once you finish the chapter. Alright. Sometimes you can fight different enemies when it's nighttime. Demon stumps are probably... Actually, I take that back. The demon stumps are probably the strongest thing we're going to be fighting. They take a lot of hits. By a lot, I mean 2. Anyway, it's starting to turn night. I'm letting it go through its thing. There we go. It's now officially night, so we can go in here. Can kids really vanish before your eyes? It's impossible. It's a little annoying when you have to deal with something that moves a lot. They say the man in the underground jail is named Alex. He's my pal. Alright, so that information we got. So now we found the guy that was missing. We were just talking about the incidents. I believe the children know something. Don't worry, Principal. Children always have secrets. Alright, well, what children can I possibly talk to? I've already talked to that one. Our son vanished too. Who's doing this? What do they want? I'm a traveler, I'm going to take a bath. Please leave. Okay. And of course, she's in here. And there's a kitty. Soldier, please find my child. Vanished like, yeah. Okay, you're just repeating yourself. And zoom a little bit faster. There we go. What? I'm not snooping. Keep quiet and I'll tell you something. I saw the man in the underground jail before, in the castle town of Berlin, maybe. Why don't you go back there? Okay. And I think there's nothing else I need to do here. Yes, I'm Alex. Monsters are coming. I'm scared. Alright, so now I know he is Alex. And Alex was the guy that went missing. Alex, let's play again tomorrow. Mumble, mumble. The man in jail still yet. Okay. Seems he lost his memory. He acts like a child. He must have been through some ordeal. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna speed run all the way back to Berlin. Frame rate. So don't mind the fast forwarding. Been a while since I've played one of these types of games. Controls are actually a bit stiff. I am playing this on an Xbox, or yeah, an Xbox controller. I got poisoned. That's a problem. Especially since I keep running into combats. You can die from poison in this game. Okay, at least you don't suffer poison while you're out in town. That's new. It's so late at night. Let's detox. 5 gold? That's cheaper than an antidote. Okay, and we'll go ahead and save while we're at it. Yeah, we'll continue. Alright, so let's see if we can get to talk to her. What are you standing out here for? The woman at this house is waiting for her husband to return. How sad. How long will she wait? She should give up hope and marry me. Alright, that's freaky. What? Alex is in Ismit Village? Caught stealing? Take me there, please. Oh, she actually comes with you. Alright. I'll go ahead and see if I can get some clues while I'm here. Alright, we know he's sleeping. Technically we could just rest anytime we want. Monsters seem to be getting stronger. They are. Something awful may be happening somewhere. That's the vaguest thing I've heard so far. Anything else of note? He actually doesn't move, because it's nighttime. Alright, cool. So I can probably get... Well, let's go ahead and heal up. 4 gold, that's cheaper than a medical herb. And of course she stays with us. Alright, let's see if we can get some additional information. So if you really want to, you can definitely grind out a lot of, we actually found a chest in that fight and got a medical herb. There's chances for monsters to drop random loot. Usually it's nothing too spectacular. Anyway, you could if you're worried about fighting the last guy of this chapter and stuff like that, you can always grind and just get the best possible gear you can get, and that will generally ensure that you'll be fine. Because by the time you get enough money to freaking buy like half-plate armor, a scale shield, and you don't really need the spear, but to get the best armor, you'll probably be well within the correct level you should be at. Alright. It's you, isn't it? Who are you, ma'am? Don't you recognize me? I'm Flora, your wife. Don't you even remember this? Smack. Flora, yes, it's me. What came over me? I must have lost my mind in fear after being attacked by monsters. Soldier, thanks for finding me. I remember hearing this from children. The secret playground is 4 steps to the south, and then 4 steps to the east of the village signpost. Something may be there. You better check it out. Be careful, soldier. Yep, and so you can just yeah, you can just get the information again. Of course, if you just ignore this quest entirely, you can still find the spot. You can just wander around until you get it. So from here, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I'm off. It's right there. It counts the first step. And there's the well. Come this way. And here we are. So, I am The Depressed Eeyore, and this was Dragon Warrior 4. See you guys in a bit.